gentlemen, the greatest gift to nature, Mr. Dan Grizzly Adams Haggerty.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dean. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to be here this evening. Besides my respect for Betty White as a talent, Betty and I do share a common interest in our like for animals. Now, Betty's is geared more towards dogs and cats. Betty knows nothing about wildlife, but how could she? Look who she's married to, Alan Ludden. When I first met Betty, her and a group of her friends were very interested in saving wildlife in our national forests. So she called me up and she said, Dan, would you like to join us on a little 2-day outing with some of my Hollywood friends? I said, sure, I'd love to. So we left on this little jaunt and around, I think it was January. Now, I'm not going to say that the people she invited were dull, but when Ben, my bear, saw him, well, he immediately left a wake-up call for next July. And Betty volunteered to cook dinner for everybody. She went out and gathered roots and herbs and berries and boiled them in a pot. Well, I'm going to give you an idea what this stuff tasted like. If we were in the Amazon River, natives would have come from hundreds of miles just to dip their arrows in it. Now, of course, we had some discomfort. We were bothered by mosquitoes all night. Everybody but Milton Burrow. All the slapping that was going on, Milton thought I was clapping, and he kept taking bows all night. It's going to be a long time before I forget that 2 days with Betty White. In fact, before we came on tonight, I heard that her and a group of her friends were going out to the woods again, so I immediately started making plans. I called Ben up and I said, I'll be home after the show. We'll set some traps for him.